Hey guys, Zach here at etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Malone raised rail steel roof rack on our 2014 Honda Odyssey. These are going to be a great way to get a roof rack on your vehicle, especially if you have this raised rail. If you don't have those, if you just have the naked roof, check out the etrailer raised rail system. But this will allow you to carry all kinds of stuff from bike racks to cargo baskets or even cargo boxes to help you get some stuff on top of the vehicle and keep it out of your car to free up some space for your friends and family. These are the steel square style bars that are measuring at 58 inches long. We also offer a 65-inch version that will fit on here, but they're going to stick out a little bit further and you run the risk of hitting your head on those when you're getting in and out of the car. I like the way these end right at the body of the vehicle, but it still gives us that full roof capacity. Now, when it comes to weight capacity, they have a weight capacity of 165 pounds. That's a pretty good weight. That's right on par with most bars out there. And if you compare it to some of the other brands out there, these are going to be a much more affordable option. Now, those other ones are probably going to be more quiet. You're putting something on your roof, it's going to add noise to your vehicle. But those are usually a little bit more aerodynamic, and the way that the tower fits on there is going to cut down on some of that wind noise. But if you're looking to just use it once or twice a year for family vacations, these are going to be a really good solution for you. But with that being said, you can easily leave these on there if noise isn't an issue for you. A really nice benefit of these is that it comes with the included locks. Some of those really expensive ones out there don't come with locks, so I think that's nice that Malone included that in there, so we don't have to worry about these disappearing if we leave these on. When it comes to clearance with these bars, there might be some issues that you have with this. You can move these around on the raised rails, but I like to have them right here where these markings are. And you can see there's not a lot of space to get a clamp around that, so depending on what your accessory is, you may run into that issue. But I'll give you a measurement here to see if this works out for you. And this is sitting at about an inch and 3/16 there. And from the roof to the top of the bar, it's about an inch and 15/16. So we're not adding much to the roof there, but we definitely are going to have some issues with bigger clamps that would go around these. If that's something you're concerned about, some of those other ones out there will have towers that sit a little higher, so we'll raise your bars up. If you have garage issues with clearance, that may cause some problems, but it'll give you more room underneath your bars. Malone does have an aero bar that would probably give you a little bit better clearance. Those would be a lot quieter than these two. The square bar is kind of an older style. It's more traditional. It's still effective at carrying stuff, but it's just going to be a little noisier than those aero bars. We already have our front bar installed, but the second one is going to install the same way. And I've gone ahead and put one foot on. These are really easy to put on. What you do is you'll push down on this clamp right here. You see there, and that opens up the slot to slide this on. So we'll squeeze that, and we'll put it on. And we'll get that slid into decent place. And a couple things that come with it. What we're not going to use today are these spacers. If you feel like these don't fit on your side rails that well, you can put these spacers on, but I didn't think that we needed them today. And then it comes with an end cap that we can slide on. Before we get this put on a roof, we need to take these end caps off. So we'll just unlock it. We'll pop those end caps off on each end, and that exposes that bolt right there. We'll loosen that up with the tool that's included, so we can open up these clamps right here to fit it over our side rails. I'll just do that on both sides. Now this Odyssey here today has the etrailer raised side rails. If you have the factory ones, they're going to be very similar. And you'll notice on the insides there will be a couple little holes right there. I think those are a good place to put our bars, but it depends on what you're going to be carrying, and whatever the spread is on that, that's a good way to go off of that. But I'm going to use those as a starting point for me, and I'm just going to gently set that on our side rail over there. And we'll get that down, and you can see I need to loosen those up just a little bit more so it slides down. Now, one thing I like to do is make sure that our overhang on the bar is even. So you'll want to measure that to make sure it's even on both sides. But before we tighten this down all the way, not only are you going to do that one, I would check a measurement to make sure that you're even on your bars. I'm going to do 32 inches. That's a pretty good rule to go off of on most accessories, but like I said, that just depends on what you're carrying. So I'm going to go center to center there. I think 32 is pretty good. And then I'm just going to go back and forth and check my measurement on my overhang here. And we'll get that all centered up. And once we're happy with the way we have it sitting on there, we can just tighten these down. And you don't want to go all the way down on one side and then go do the other. You just want to get it where it's even so you're not pulling too far on one side. So get it to where it's starting to get tight, and you can go back and forth until you get it tightened down. Once you get that pretty good, you don't need to crank down super hard. You just want to make sure that it's nice and tight and they're not going anywhere. And you can take the caps that go over our towers there, slide them on, lock them down, and you're good to go and you're ready to load up your accessories. But overall, if you're looking for an affordable option to get some accessories on your roof, you're only wanting to use it a few times a year, I think this is going to be a great way to do it. But that's going to do it for our look at the Malone Raised Rail Roof Rack on our 2014 Honda Odyssey.